If you saw my little video on Sunday from Rosamond Community Gardens, it was about recycling food waste. So when you're getting in from work, life, play today, and maybe you get a takeaway, or maybe you're cooking something from scratch, etc., what do you do with your kitchen scraps? Do you just chuck them in the bin? Do you have one of those caddies from the council, which then takes them away on a Thursday or so? Or maybe you've got one of these. So when I got in from a gig today where I was actually at a school which had this amazing play shed for kids, which has lots and lots of recyclables in it. And it's like they could just get it out. Kids of all ages really engage with it and have a lot of fun. And yeah, this play shed was just made my day. Anyway, got in, and on the doorstep I've got 2 boxes, which I knew were coming, but I didn't know when. And so I'm just going to show you one of the boxes, if you're watching. And here's one of the boxes. So 2 of these arrived. They're called Bokashis. So on Sunday, my little video was about Bokashis. Have you heard of them, seen them before? Maybe you're a Bokashi fan or not. And they look... Oh, where have I put it? Hang on. Put it down here. They look like this. You wonder what this tap is here. And basically, you fill the Bokashi with your kitchen scraps. You can put anything from fruit and vegetables in it to meat, fish, anything yucky, chuck it in, and then you layer it. So you put the layers in, but each time you do a layer, you then put some bran on top. It's a special Bokashi bran, which then helps the fermentation process. So the food gets fermented and starts to rot down, and you get this sort of yucky white stuff appear, which actually is good. It means it's working. And then you can put more layers in. So if you've just joined me and you're thinking, what's she doing? Talking about when you get in and you've done some cooking or whatever, or takeaways, you can then put your kitchen waste in one of these caddies called a Bokashi caddy, Bokashi bin. And I've got 2, because then when one gets full, you then can leave it for 2 weeks to ferment some more, get that yucky white stuff. And then you can dig a hole in your garden vegetable beds or fruit, whatever beds, borders, and then put it in to allow it to rot down some more. Or you can pop it into your compost bin and incorporate it with existing compost. So if we've got a hot composter here, we've got a wormery, we've got pallets, we've got compost at the allotment as well. And now in our wildlife garden, we're going to have another Bokashi. We did have a Bokashi, but then it got damaged. And now we've ordered 2 more. Well, I've ordered 2 more. And actually, I had a conversation with my husband. He's away at the moment with work in the Ukraine. So we're talking today, and he's telling me about, checkpoints and when he's coming home and when he's got to go possibly back again. And there's me talking about my Bokashis, which are now going to go in the kitchen, because even though we've got lots of caddies full of these different composts, I actually prefer just to use the Bokashi, just to chuck stuff in there. I've also got some paper bag, so that will be for vegetable and fruit scraps for the other composts, and then the worms can get a turn and the hot compost can get a turn, etc., etc. So also, what's this got to do with kids' resilience, which is something I've also shared on my Resilient Kids Instagram account today? Well, if you are thinking about and considering where your food waste is coming from, what you're going to do with your food scraps at the end of the day, and even, this could even link in with meal planning for the week, I think it's good to get involved as a family in these discussions and these decisions about where you're going to put stuff, just even thinking about what just it's going to bin and go out, but actually, from plate to the garden, how you can be, recycling and reinventing your food through things like Bokashis. So I just thought I would share a little random dialogue, a random update, and I'm streaming this on StreamYard, and rather than doing it onto Zoom. And yesterday I did a video with Jason Arbiter, and we put it as our 8th show. So if you feel like you'd like to come and speak to either myself or Jason on these little stream live yards about something a bit random, then I'd love to engage with you. And if you have been watching, thank you. And you can use the comments, and I'll be checking the comments back to see if you've got any thoughts on Bokashis or composting or anything generally random. Thank you for watching. I'm Jane Tyson.